Gina Carano, who's been fired by Disney for being a chud, we looked at that earlier. If you want to look it up, you can just Google it. I'm not going to go over the same tweets 50 times in one stream. Has been hired by Ben Shapiro in the Daily Wire because the Daily Wire is making terrible movies now. You might know them from such films as Run, Hide, Fight, a movie that's basically Die Hard that takes place during a school shooting. So let's see the announcement video for them hiring Gina for some project. I haven't watched this yet, so we could enjoy it together.
A huge announcement. So here is the announcement, and we want you to join us in moving this way. So here's the deal. Disney decided that they were going to drop the actress Gina Carano. They decided they were going to drop her from The Mandalorian because she's conservative. It is that simple.
Not because she's conservative. Chris Pratt is also a conservative, and he's still a headliner on one of their most profitable franchises, Guardians of the Galaxy. They dropped Gina because she was spouting anti-masker bullshit, some weird transphobic-ish stuff, and compared herself to a Jewish person during the Holocaust because people don't like the aforementioned chuddy bullshit.
It's not because she did anything that is truly terribly offensive to anybody. It's not because she made a comparison to Nazi Germany, because, let's be frank about this, people on the left make comparisons to Hitler and Nazi Germany all the damn time.
Yeah, but we're talking about fascists when we talk about that, and we're also not comparing ourselves to victims of the Holocaust. Conservatives really, really hate context.
It is perfectly clear that they were looking for an excuse to can her because she is conservative. In fact, The Hollywood Reporter said yesterday that they were...
And now you hired her because she's conservative. It's funny how that works, huh? Politics inform business and vice versa. Weird.
We're looking to can her for months because she is conservative. According to The Hollywood Reporter, on Wednesday, the hashtag Fire Gina Carano was trending following an Instagram post from the outspoken conservative actor and former mixed martial artist that was met with severe backlash. The post has since been deleted.
Was she an MMA fighter? That makes so much sense. That explains why she can't act.
Screenshots were widely shared by users on social media who called for her firing from the hit Disney Plus Star Wars show. According to a source with knowledge of Lucasfilm's thinking, they told The Hollywood Reporter they have been looking for a reason to fire her for 2 months. Today was the final straw. Why? Well, because after the election, she tweeted that voter fraud should be combated with voter ID, which is a mainstream conservative position, and because she had tweeted that people are essentially wearing masks over their eyes because they don't want to see the truth, which, again, fairly...
Let's take a look at the context of that one again. Breaking news, Democratic government leaders now recommend we all wear blindfolds along with masks so we can't see what's going on. Again, the implication both implies thinking that there's some sort of election conspiracy, which is a debunked bullshit right-wing conspiracy which helped foment insurrection against the government, and secondly, is a pretty implicitly anti-masker position. Like, making fun of masks in that way, you don't typically do that and use that specific meme if you're not someone who thinks masks are bullshit. On top of that, of course, we had the gender beep boop thing. We had the comparison to the Holocaust thing. You get it. She's a public relations disaster constantly happening. Why would you want her associated with your company?
Fairly mainstream conservative position. Well, the other day, she put up an Instagram post, the main point of which was that liberals needed to see that if they treated conservatives as an other, that has a dangerous ending. Now, as I said on the show, not a big fan of Holocaust.
You having shitty opinions and you dehumanizing others for their intrinsic racial characteristics, you not caring about systematic racism, you not caring about, like, the health of the people around you because of COVID going on and not wanting to do mask mandates and stuff like that, is not the same thing as being in a part of a racial or religious minority group. You just have shitty opinions. You're just a shitty person.
Holocaust analogies generally. But the general point she was making here was certainly not anti-Semitic in any way. Certainly not anti-Semitic in any way. In fact, she was saying, to avoid the evils of the future, you have to stop acting evil in the present. That was the main point. Right? Don't act like people who are going to cancel your neighbors because you don't know where that's going to end. So Disney Plus canceled her. Disney decided to cancel her. Now, again, it has nothing to do with the quote-unquote inappropriate...
They decided to fire her? Ben, aren't you supposed to be an advocate of the free market? You want businesses to be able to decide whatever they want. At-will employment, right? Right to work states? This would fall in line with that.
Of the Holocaust analogy. The star of The Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal, tweeted out in 2018, comparing America's treatment of migrant children to the Holocaust. He did so using a picture that was not of migrant children at the American border. It was a picture of Palestinian children from 2010 at some sort of water and food bank. And he said, hashtag, this is America. And then he said, Germany 1944, it's a picture of Jewish children in the Holocaust. America 2018, the picture isn't even from America, and it wasn't in 2018.
Sure, but he's talking about the children in cages thing. He's comparing a real event that actually has a connection to the Holocaust, whereas Gina was comparing herself being victimized to victims of the Holocaust. Do you not understand? Like, the children in cages thing is a well-documented issue under the Trump administration and even the Obama administration. Now Biden's come in and said he's starting a commission to find those kids' families and stuff and clean up all that system, and that's great. But, like, this is a real thing, and this is a valid comparison, even if the image used because it is a meme is incorrect. The thing that it's representing isn't untrue. The thing Gina was saying was completely untrue. That's the issue. Again, conservatives hate context.
Nothing. Why? Well, because Pedro Pascal has the correct woke point of view. It's that simple. So,
why are people who are correct always told that they are correct when we spout conspiracy nonsense told that we are incorrect and should shut up? What is this obsession with facts and being accurate? Why doesn't anyone care about my feelings?
According to Hollywood Reporter, Lucasfilm, Disney, they've been looking to dump her for months because she's outspokenly conservative. They found an excuse, and they dumped her.
As it turns out, that's bad business, because I don't know if you've seen voting totals or statistics. More of the consumer base, and statistically, actually, the consumer base with more disposable income are more left-leaning. That'll happen. Welcome to the free market, Ben.
Well, here's the thing. We here at the Daily Wire do not stand for this we do not stand for this. And so, yesterday, in the immediate aftermath of the decision by Disney and Lucasfilm to dump Gina, I called Gina, and we talked. And we decided that Daily Wire's next film will be starring and produced by Gina Carano.
Oh, that's going to be bad. That's going to be so much worse than the last and first Daily Wire film, Run, Hide, Fight, because that at least was like, sure, it had like a conservative right-wing bullshit message and stuff. But the fact that she's going to star and produce tells me it's probably going to be a self-indulgent vanity project, and it's going to be a beautiful disaster, and I can't wait.
We could not be more excited to work with Gina. Gina just sent us a quote. Here is what she said. The Daily Wire is helping to make one of my dreams to develop and produce my own film come true. I cried out and my prayer was answered. I'm sending out a direct message of hope to everyone living in fear of cancellation by the totalitarian mob. I've only just begun using my voice, which is now more free than ever before. I hope it inspires others to do the same. They can't cancel us if we don't let them. And that's exactly right. They cannot cancel us if we band together. They cannot cancel us if we don't let them.
Okay, then hire her. That's fine. You're allowed to do that, Ben. It's going to be a terrible movie and it's not going to make money, but that's fine. You're allowed to do that.
Here's the deal. The establishment monolith is the Death Star. And we're the folks with the single fighter X-Wing. Right, the single-seater X-Wing. That's us.
Ben, you guys are the Empire. You guys are the guys in the whatever. I think y'all get the y'all get the metaphor.
They're not vulnerable to major attack from the outside, but they are vulnerable to their own cancel culture, which allows us to build X-Wings to take them on. And we need your help. We need
Hearing Ben talk. This allows us to build X-Wings so we can take on the establishment. We need to find Saw Gerrera to find where the secret plans to the Death Star are so I can take down Disney in my X-Wing, okay? Me and my sister Abby, she's gonna get a B-Wing, and we are gonna bomb the shit out of Disney, okay? Metaphorically speaking, imagine that we take our fleet of X-Wing pilots, crack team, Wedge, Antilles, and I are going to find our way into the Disney headquarters, and we are personally going to tell Bob Iger to suck our dicks.
We need your help. This stuff's expensive. We need your help because we want to produce this film with Gina. Also, Bonfire legend, our friend Dallas Saunier is going to be co-producing the film. We're excited about that. He worked with us on Run, Hide, Fight, which is excellent. We need your help. We need your membership.
I've been working on voice pitch for my voice lessons. I gotta get in contact with Ben and figure out how he gets his voice that high. He's so good at it.
Okay, and so we have, for today and for the next couple of days, a subscription code for you. Subscription code Gina, Gina, subscription code Gina. You get 25% off your Daily Wire annual subscription. Go check it out right now and join us, because what we are doing here is not just providing you an entertainment alternative. That's not the mere goal. Okay, we don't just want to provide you an entertainment alternative. We want to provide a safe haven for...
Ben, does thedailywire.com host WandaVision? If not, I'm not interested.
...conservatives to say what they feel. For all Americans to say what they feel and not have to live in fear of the cancel culture coming for them. Because as Gina says right there...
Beware the cancel culture, because if you get fired from Disney, you will immediately become a producer on your own movie. No American should have to suffer under the tutelage and employment of one eye, Ben Shapiro. Hypothetically, let's just say that you were fired by Disney, and you want to come and work for me. If you give me some feet pics, it's entirely possible that you might be a producer on your own film. Please, help me. I need money to buy larger and larger hats. I don't know, man.
They can't cancel you if you don't let them. But we all have to band together here. We have to be part of the same team, and we have to put our money where our mouth. We here at Daily Wire, we're putting our money where our mouths are. Okay, and we need your help. We want your membership. We want you to join us. We want you to join Gina. I could not be more excited to work with Gina Carano, who certainly could beat me up 87 times over. I could not be...
Ooh, he's into that. Did you see the little smirk on his face? Gina, hypothetically, if you were to produce your own film, would you please beat me up a little? Just a little bit with your feet. Were you a kickboxer? Please, Gina, could you put on this AOC mask that I have purchased from Spirit Halloween? Hypothetically, if I bought a silicone mask from Spirit Halloween, in October, when they are around, commerce is beautiful. I would like you to put on this AOC mask and stomp on me with your feet. Thank you.
More excited to bring her on board and work with her here at the Daily Wire. We can't wait to keep you updated on the film and what it's going to be, and we're working with her to develop the film. She is integrally involved in the process.
I'm so excited to see what kind of self-indulgent garbage this movie's going to be. It's going to be so bad.
We wouldn't have had this opportunity were it not for the cancel culture that is the left. We would not have had this
Great, so you should love it, right? Cool.
Opportunity were it not for the authoritarian left mob controlling authoritarian left...
The free market. You mean the free market, Ben? The thing you advocate for constantly?
Companies that seek to cancel out dissent and destroy it. And again, this should not be a right-left point. This is an authoritarian left versus everybody else point. Jonathan Chait over at New York Magazine.
The authoritarian left over at Disney, one of the world's largest corporations and the largest private media entertainment group in the history of planet Earth. Radical leftists.
A man with whom I disagree strenuously. He said this is no different from McCarthyism. That is exactly correct. It is no different from McCarthyism. And we are not going to be canceled. We are not going to allow Gina's cancellation. We're not going to allow your cancellation. We stand with you. And we're asking you to stand with us. We're asking for you to join, become a member. You get all sorts of benefits. You get to hang out with us. You're going to get to hang out with Gina, too. She's going to be doing all accesses with you. You're going to get to do all of that stuff when you become a member. Again, promo code Gina, 25% off. And when you become a member, we are building the alternative. We are doing it in real time because these folks cannot be allowed to control the debate. They cannot be allowed to control the Overton window. They cannot be allowed to control what people can and cannot say within the realm of mainstream ideology. They cannot be allowed to do this.
Society can. Society does all the time. Again, it's called socialization. If a huge part of society, the majority of society, decides that certain political opinions are shitty, you can certainly espouse them. You live in a country with the First Amendment. The government cannot stop you from espousing these opinions. But no one else has to listen to you. No one has to platform you. Be an adult. There are consequences for your actions.
This is the same Hollywood that tolerated Harvey Weinstein for decades. This is the same Disney that's tolerating Joss Whedon right now, and there are open allegations of sexual harassment against Joss Whedon.
Yeah, Joss Whedon probably should be blacklisted. I agree. Thanks, Ben.
But when it comes to Gina Carano, she could not be allowed to work on The Mandalorian, this very highly successful show. They canceled a spinoff for her that they'd been planning in November because it turns out that she was an outspoken Republican. Gina's not standing for it, and good for her. Good for her. Gina's doing something heroic by stepping outside the Hollywood system and doing something with us, and we are so glad and so excited to be helping her pursue that vision and pursue that dream. And we're just asking for your help. I keep appealing for that, but it takes all of us to stand together here because these things are expensive. Disney spends billions of dollars making its entertainment content. If we want to compete with them, we have to build the X-Wing. And that comes from...
This X-Wing is going to be built out of shoddy camera work, a first draft of a script, and a completely ego-driven project.
People like Gina stepping out and taking the hit. It comes from folks over at Daily Wire stepping up and trying to back her, and it comes really from you, because we are just essentially a vessel for you. So once more, it's a great deal. You get all sorts of great stuff. You have all sorts of great stuff coming. I have brand new content on my own personally coming to you that I can't wait to show you. Really great stuff. Candace Owens is coming next month. You get all of our all-access stuff. You get the second hour of the show. You get the tumblers, the whole deal. Use promo code Gina right now, and you get 25% off. But mostly, we are so excited to be going up against this monolith. This is the first time that somebody has been able to have the option to stand up against the monolith and still have a career. We are making that possible because you're making that possible. Because you're the folks who are watching the content. Because you're the folks who are eager to see us step into an arena of competition with folks who really hate your point of view, who really despise what it is that you stand for and your values. So instead of giving them your money, why not instead help us out in fighting the sort of values?
Instead of giving Disney your money, maybe give me your money. I'll make WandaVision. You can paint my face whatever color you want, and then AOC can come and build a little reality where we can have an imaginary family. Spoilers for WandaVision? I don't know.
System that they're promulgating, which is not just a liberal value system. Far from it. It's not classically liberal in any way. It's not even open-minded. It is an authoritarian left crammed down mindset. So again, you can sense I'm really pumped up about this because I am supremely pumped up about it. I'm really excited. It is a massive opportunity for us. It's a massive opportunity for conservatives to fight back. It's a massive opportunity for the entire conservative movement to say, enough. You control all the institutions. You know what? We're building our own. We're building our own and we're supporting our own. Good for Gina. Gina stood up. She took the hit. And now let's stand by her. Let's stand by her.
Again, you're not giving her a job based on merit, though, right? You're giving her a job entirely based on political affiliation, which is just the opposite end of what Disney's doing. Do you see the irony, Ben? You're participating in the same exact thing as Disney, except, again, pro this conspiracy bullshit.
So, again, I'm extremely, extremely excited about all of this. So that is the big announcement for today. Head on over to dailywire.com. Use the promo code Gina for 25% off your annual membership over at Daily Wire.
I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Ben Shapiro Show.
I didn't. Ooh, Ben, when he's doing the end card promos, gets down here. Welcome to the Ben Shapiro Show. When normally he's up here. Hypothetically, what if during the end card I talked like this? Ren Hide Fight. This is the first and most recent movie put out by Daily Wire Entertainment. Critical reception and release. I'm curious if there's any financial data from this. I'm guessing not, because I think it mostly released on like streaming services and stuff. Run, Hide, Fight received mostly negative reviews from critics as a score of 23% on Rotten Tomatoes based on 13 reviews with an average of 4.40 out of 10. The film also has a score of 13 out of 100 on Metacritic based on 6 critics indicating overwhelming dislike. The film was described as fundamentally tasteless by Jonathan Romney of Screen International. He did, though, praise the film He did, though, praise the film, its strong performance from its young stars. Guy Lodge of Variety compared the film to a cross between Elephant and The Hunger Games and criticized the film for being merely pedestrian at the levels of direction, craft, and performance, and a grab for attention by peddling an ambiguous line on gun control and eye-for-eye morality. I'm curious if I can find any Renhide fight budget. Can we find budget? At minimum. That would be good. I'm guessing it's all private and we're not going to know, but I would really love to see how much money Run, Hide, Fight either made or lost. I don't think we're going to know, which is a shame. But we will go ahead and, of course, take a look at whenever the Gina Carano ego project happens. We'll take a look at that, and I'm sure it'll be bad. Maybe we'll even do a watch party if it winds up on Amazon Prime or something. Either way, we'll see what Ben Shapiro does next.